Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Genshin Impact. We are back. We got a little dog. We got a housing. I am in love with the housing. We also got some general update stuff that I didn't really know where to squeeze in. I didn't want to make it just a quick 4-minute video just being like, this could be crazy if it is scaling to a high enough degree. But basically, they did another God, I love the dog so much. Anyways, let's just show it. They did another developer discussions, and essentially these are the highlights. Well, honestly, this is the main highlight, which is really long-winded and kind of weird, this first half. But essentially, they've noticed some weird finagly business happening with the Viridescent Veneer, as well as voltage, and basically certain elemental synergies just weren't really happening when it comes to long range, or whatever. But long story short, the meat and the potatoes is all of this right down here, which is when characters reach or go beyond level 60 and above, the damage caused by major reactions, which are electrocharge, superconduct, swirl, and etc., not vaporize or melt, they will be increased. So as soon as you breach level 60, boom, your electrical charges and superconducts and overloads and swirls are going to be massive. This is great. A lot of people have been saying this is like an electro buff. This is a swirl buff. This is like an animo buff, an ice buff to some extent, and is also an electric buff as well. Not only that, but they're also buffing the ever-living hell out of shields. Now, by the way, this is going to be coming most likely in 1.6. That's where they're currently testing these changes. So whenever 1.6, which is the new update, comes out in long down future, then we'll be getting this, or hopefully all of these. Who knows, they may need more tweaking, but yeah, that's where they're testing it right now, is in 1.6. Anyways, by the way, we will be doing the new event. I just wanted to kind of hit 2 birds with one stone, that way I'm not spamming too many videos at you guys, because there's already a lot of Genshin that we have to upload. One about housing, a bunch of other ones about general progression. The damage bonus provided by Elemental Mastery will also be increased, so people like Diona, Constellation C6, and of course the known Sucrose, that's going to be pretty huge. Yeah, that's... Okay, it's like one of those ones where it's like, okay, oh my goodness. Again, we don't know. They're currently testing this in 1.6. Hopefully we'll get it around then, but we don't know if the changes are going to be substantial or not. We just know that they're trying to buff them, and hopefully there's at least some argument for certain things. Honestly, what I was kind of hoping that they would do is similar to Zhongli. I wish there were better ways of using electricity, and there were different ways of attaining the same damage. So for instance, I didn't just want Swirl to be better, I wanted Swirl to maybe give you an insane amount of attack speed, so that you could kind of start getting into the same wheelhouse as Vaporize if you were to utilize this attack speed, or if it was enough attack speed, you know what I mean? Or maybe things with Overload or Electric Charge would be changed to gives you a stupidly high ability to amplify your ult, you know, stuff like that, where it's different ways of cracking that egg. So for different types of characters, you could utilize them in that way. But it's just a passive buff for now. Hopefully in the future they'll recalibrate how some things work, just so that it's not just all big numbers at the end. It's lots of numbers, specifically numbers for certain abilities, and goes through it like that. But I digress. Very, very cool. Everything else is pretty weird. Will you be able to get the treasure hunting Sealy? Yes, because they're going to bring back the event. A little sad for people who've already got it and already got the event. Will Kaching be in future quests? Yes. Can we get animals from killing people in the Serana Teapot? You're sick, you're fucked up, and no. And that's basically it. So now, let's get on to the other part of the business. God, I love this so much. By the way, guys, again, like I said, there is so much content coming from me. We build the houses. This is the jam I got going on right now. I feel like it's very cozy. There's a lot of blandness over there. Over there, it's yep. I mean, I kind of tried to make it work. Anyways, regardless, I like it a lot. I have a video about housing and all the nitty-gritty things that you guys should definitely consider when pursuing housing. I love you so much. You're my favorite in the world. Really quick, just a little bit of venting. Oh boy, did I fuck up. So we got this. We got Diona, and I was like, oh cool, I'm going to unlock Diona's thing. Bang! And I only had 2 keys. Bang! But then I didn't realize that Zhongli's quest was the quest that gives you the new world boss. And I still need 2 more. Well, today's Friday. Yeah, no, I'm fucked. Because that's all of Fridays. So I would need Saturdays, and I only get 4 for... Yeah, so I basically didn't get access. I missed doing the world boss. There is a way to convert, but I'm pretty sure that's from getting the world boss. It's just unfortunate. Mistakes were made. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be jumping into this brand new event called the Energy Amplifier, which is how you get one version of Diona, which I actually want to see before we get into this. I thought like Diana was pretty damn close to getting like maxed out. I think I'm at 3 within her kit. Also, yes, I haven't leveled her. Okay, if I get her a C6, oh my god, dude, instantly. Anyone who has her C6 should instantly level her because her C6 is nutty. Yeah, no, it's 3. Okay, so we need another 3 to get her C6. Basically, it's just a stupid amount of elemental mastery. It's kind of like what? Regardless, this is the first event. It's going to be going on for 16 days. And I thought, if I'm not mistaken, this event is pretty hyper specific. Oh, Arthur, we got a little boy. Let's go see him real quick. Sorry, I know it's a lot, but anyways. See, this is where my house gets just sad. It's just like, okay, all right, there was some cool business over there, but now it's just a nightmare. Oh, this is a fancy ass pot. Look at you. Only come. Oh, by the way, this person only comes out on the weekends, so Friday and Saturday, or Friday and Sunday, I believe. So here's the thing. Yeah, that's so sick. We can get some boars, some pelicans. I'm into it. Anyways, or cranes. Sorry. But no, this is awesome because this is kind of like not Stardew Valley. It's the other Animal Crossing. That's what it's called. Basically, you can go to other people's worlds, like on your friends list, and jump over there. Go to the Discord, make some friends. Go to streams. I'll jump into your world. You can jump into my world, whatever. And yeah, you basically have a different layout for everything like this. And I love the cranes. And we're getting. Oh wait. Oh no, I can't. Dead. I want to buy the cranes, but they're not blueprints. They're only a specific one version of the crane, which right now we're in the grind phase. We need to start building up elemental currency so that I can just buy those like it's like all of that every week. Unfortunate. Maybe you can get blueprints from there. That'd be legit. But for right now, I gotta spend my coins on blueprints from this this little chunky monkey. Anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, let's return to the overworld and get after it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, depending on how much I cut out, we are going to be starting the energy amplification event. Of course, this is, I believe, the one where it's actually, I thought this one was going to come at the midway point, but I believe this is the one where we're fighting like wave-based survival things, and we're having to run around the whole map and collect like shards, which can help us make the enemies easier and give us buffs. Both of you, what's your deal? Not voiced? Sag. Anyways. Okay, yeah, no, this is exactly what that is. Okay, so we're going to be accruing this weird kind of crystal, and these crystals basically are power sources that can give us more modifiers when we go to do this challenging event, which I believe is at the end here. Yes, which says after we're done completing this quest, I suppose, that's when we're going to get all this stuff, and I think we have to go through and do all of these. Okay, well, I'll be back. Because I don't think that's going to be the best to watch. Well, let's do one together and just see what it's all about, and then again we'll go through it like that. Okay, well, let's be honest, we're gonna chill out. Oh, but wait, we're getting 30 primo gems for this. That's pretty good, Mahoyo. Even though the goddamn furniture I bought this week was like 200 grand. Yeah, for the fucking furniture, because each of it is 50 a piece. I'm like, Jesus Christ. This seems like a lot, honestly. Oh, okay, so if they're in the radius, they're gonna get massive bonuses, like attack, and resistance, and etc. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so they can be broken. Okay, so we want to have a claymore use a leg razor to smash that shit down pat. Okay, so yeah, because this fruit exploded, shattered, like threw all the fruit everywhere, these things are spawning up. Lore, got it. Got it. So we get a little bit of primo, and all of the death has to happen. Luckily, we're here, baby. Wha-boom. I wish you could see what kind of buffs they got, but this is gonna be easy. Razor can smack this shit down. Easy peasy. There it is. Done. What's up with this? So we're gonna do one of these. Pop. Wanna do one of these. Pop. Wanna do one of these. Pop, and we're gonna do one of these as well.
I got careless.
This, sorry, it's not because I wanted to waste it, it's because I need to get certain things. What does that mean, Grin? I'm lost in my thought. Oh, I need particles, so yeah, so I always hit her E as well, even if I have her ult, just because it gets you particles, so that you can have it for next time, because I don't think it overwrites it. You're always gonna have the highest tier of shield that you got, which is pretty dope. You guys are like, why are you playing with this weird character set, Grin? Because, what do you call it? It's just kind of like very consistent, whereas Hu Tao, at least the way I have her built, is a little finagly, at least right now. But bang, super easy, done, next. Oh, for Act 1. Oh, okay, I see. So for each act, there is the 3, each tier, and then we get access to like the hard thing, and we have 3 of those, and a potential 4th, which is the Twisted Realm, which this sounds pretty interesting. It's a shame that it's going to be going away in 6 days, but you know, Sucks to suck. Oh, but wow, we have a pretty hefty amount. Ooh, and they each give you some stuff. And the last one gives you primo gems. Okay. This actually seems like a nice little event. Like, it's pretty, I thought it wouldn't be as much as it is. It's actually, yeah. Especially for 16 days. Maybe Mihoyo was finally like, no, we're gonna like give you more shit to do. So, because we know you guys have been like little fiends and been wanting more things to do in the world. So here it is. Instead of just doing one, we're gonna give you a little more resources, but actually have you to do a lot more. Which to me, and I think many others, is like dope. Actually gonna play this game, nice. I bit the fuck out of my tongue just now. Ow. I cannot wait till I get my razor. His artifacts for physical damage. Some people have been saying, you know what, Grin, it's probably not going to be that good. And how dare you hurt me like this? Honestly, fucked up and rude. We're going to drop a hammer. Wadoosh! We're going to do one of these. This. And this. Vaporize. Bop. And this. Bop. We're also going to activate wolf mode, because why would we not? Oh, I messed up my E. I'm exploding with overload. Boom! Fuck your stupid fence. I seen a video the other day of a person who was sexually attracted to fences, and I thought, are you? Or are you just like wanting to be odd and different, you know? I don't know. It's not that it matters to me. You know, you can fuck fence if you want fuck fence, but it's also kind of like, well, yeah, overload. I'm right. Yeah, overload is also getting a buff. Hopefully 1.6. Again, I just don't know if it's gonna be insane. Everyone's making these videos where they're like, it's massive. It's gonna fucking change the world. And I'm like, well, they could underbuff it. They could always just make like Vaporize still absolute king. And yeah, and again, it would be really cool if they did tweak things in a more creative way. Like, hey, you're gonna be getting a lot of bells and whistles, like fire rate if you use this special, like, you know, super conduct or overload or whatever. Which would be really cool if like, again, activating a swirl gave you like silly fire rate that's scaled up based on your mastery. That would be sick. And that way you could like, there would be an advantage to like chain comboing certain elemental abilities or swirls, you know? Alright, many battles were fought, yada yada, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the event. Go team. Alright. Yeah, so the effect of the energy amplifier configuration will only activate in this domain. Okay, I gotcha. Is it gonna be impossible, or is it gonna be like somewhat achievable, even though I'm an asshole who didn't actually like slot in any of the things? I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be impossible that I didn't slot in them. Let's pick Xiao. Okay, so from here I can actually slot in things, it looks like. Okay, what is this? When a character obtains an elemental shard created by geocrystallization reaction, they gain 30% elemental damage bonus. That is gonna be good for Xiao, because I'm gonna rock Albedo in here as well. Even though that might be rough because I'm not gonna be able to take down the pillars, but if I kill them fast enough, then maybe it'll all work out. This is all geo reactions. We get 2 energy per party member for everything collected. Sure. Let's also slap some of these people who are lovely into the friends roster. When a character obtains elemental shard created by geocrystallization, a small shockwave will be unleashed that will deal 500 of the character's damage or attack, sorry, to damage nearby enemies. Additionally, all characters in the party gain 40% geo damage bonus for 10 seconds. Zhongli, oh, this is, yeah, a lot of this seems like, because Zhongli's on the banner, maybe they're like, we're gonna make him a stacked, absolutely a monster. Were there like challenging tiers that I could have like checked? Because I don't really know what to expect besides that I knew that we could make this less hard by doing certain bells and whistles. It looks kind of cool. There's no timer. Yeah, there's no timer, but what we can do is one of these. Some of this, crystallization, some of this. We got some crystallizations happening, getting our ults back faster, drop another meteor, easy peasy. Put a shield on, do one of these. Slowly but surely, cutting you down. Deal 9,000 damage a tick. If I could ever climb this thing. Jesus. Up. And hit it. Some of that. Some of this. Pop! Should kill you. Shockingly, it didn't. Honestly, what? Shit! Ah! Damn, wait. There's hope. I didn't plant it in the right spot, but fucking useless. Didn't even get moderately high enough height. Silly. God, I wish I did more damage sometimes. Sometimes it crits and it's like, bah! And other times it's like, oh, it's just like a little dash. There's no timer though, so this seems pretty chill. I don't know, I think they may have been like, they typically kind of make things a little, like, well, you can make it easier, but if you've been playing the game for a while, it's not nearly hard enough, you know, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, maybe I could have like increased the difficulty somehow. I think that actually, I thought I remember seeing something like that, so I think that's my problem right now. God damn you. Some of this.
We'll have order.
We'll have order, we'll have Geodeath, pop, and this. You die real quick, you're the problem, alright? You're the one. You're welcome. It's a compliment. I could activate my ult, but I thought I'll save it because I don't know if there's another encounter after this. I don't think there would be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any timer here. I think I just could make it harder, but I can apparently go up. Is there chests here? Yeah, this is just a domain that I think we've done before, but it's been fantastic and it looks really, really cool. Or maybe this is, no, maybe that's just a similar template and I'm just being a McA-hole. You really don't need to move. It'll just push you in the right direction. Nice. Shot me out real fast. But thus far, I'm not sure if I've needed the modifiers, and I don't think that's special for my power rating or anything like that. I think it's just, I think, again, there has to be like a way to make this harder. Or maybe they'll just get procedurally like really, really hard, but this is the first one, so of course this one's going to be relatively chill. And actually, the enemies do seem to be somewhat, like, more dense. I hate these enemies though. Out of all the enemies in the entire game, these are the ones I find the most annoying, because they're just built to be frustrating. They're not built to be hard. Like they just literally run away from you for 10 minutes, and you're like, I can deal damage to you. It's just you refuse to let me. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's a different mechanic. See, a lot of things happen with this game where you're like, Mahoya, why don't you keep these like interesting ways of fighting creatures, or at least like when you increase a world tier, now enemies have a whole new like arsenal to kick your ass with, you know? Yeah, the enemies definitely seem denser, like more than normal. And should be dead. We're dead, we did it. Easy, report back to the person. Do we not get like a chest? Nothing through here, just a nice scenery. Just like, hey, look at it. Looks nice, doesn't it? And I'm like, I mean, yes. Is that it? Or, yeah, because I feel like the incentive is to do all of the ticks, because I think that's the first domain that we have access to. Okay, so now we have access to this Twisted Realm. Okay, and this is where we apparently get points, but I don't know. There is an event shop. Okay, so that's what we want. We want that crystals, and that can give us some primo gems, a crown, and of course the whole bit of business. Fair enough. How are the rewards for this? That's what I want to see, Mahoyo. Not bad. 30 books, pretty solid. Some Mora, pretty good. I still think both of these are probably worth it. And yes, the shards, yeah, everything like this seems legit. But we're only gaining 500 of those types of currency, so I think in order to get this, we're gonna need to do, well, like we just seen, a great deal of the Twisted Realm. And apparently each time we complete one of these, we get 50, what does it say? Combined score attained. Huh. Interesting. And then there's no way to like increase the difficulty of this thing. Regardless, we still have a lot of these to go do. And yeah, okay, so there does look like there's going to be different kinds of like end tier things. So we got the beginner area, and probably it's gonna get harder and harder. Gotcha. This is the event that I thought was gonna be made for people who really wanted like a place for their builds and high level damage to shine. But with the damage amplification things, I'm not sure if they're gonna quite get that, because it does look like they're pretty hefty. Like, yeah, enemies are tough, but you can scale up the games, but you can amplify the shit out of your progress to where you don't really need all that bells and whistles, you know, or all your artifacts that are max leveled, because you could just have a decent shard in there, you know. Basically, they're asking like, can you fix our mess? And we're like, yeah, I guess. Which, it doesn't say we need to achieve anything special, but probably the next 2 acts or 3 acts, that's when they'll be like, okay, gonna require a lot. Oh, also, she costs 1,000 primo gems, or not primo gems, sorry, 1,000 of the special event currency. But again, as much as Ione is amazing, the crown is, I think, of a higher value to you, as well as the Primo Gems seem to be up there as well. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the event. That is also some like little news, because I want to tell you guys about that stuff. That's also my trite and tribulations about not being able to, you know, do the world boss because I made a mistake on the whole business. Frustrating. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. This event seems to be pretty legit, and honestly a good antidote for people who want like to dig their teeth into some sort of challenging aspect of the game, have like a deep end game kind of effect. Hopefully that sates them to some extent. We got housing on the kind of like moderate, well, I don't even know what you'd call people who like the housing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully you enjoyed the video as well. Thank you so much for doing anything for the video if you have, and hopefully I can see you in the future. Thank you again, and goodbye.